All right. All right. All right. All right. You, what is up? What's going on? What's happening? Uh had to do a video, man. Want to talk about the NBA and the trade deadline, talk about the Pistons and everything. As we all know, Pistons have been struggling all year. And, it's just one of those it's just one of those years to where, they're rebuilding. They gotta find themselves. They gotta see what kind of team they have. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about the Pistons, but hey, man, we got to because they're a Detroit team. So it just they just got to figure out an identity that they need. It's the identity they got to figure out who they want to keep here because you keep hearing people that want to that they may trade. I'm hearing Killian want to leave. They might do something with Alec Burks. They might do something with Bogdanovich. They might mess around and trade Isaiah Stewart. I've even heard Cade talks, which I think is ridiculous. And even Wiseman, I know somebody is going to go. I think it's probably going to be Killian and James Wiseman, maybe Alec Burks, but we got to see. But they got to keep these young, players, man. We got to see what they have. But it's it's a combination of a lot of things why this team has the record that they have. This is the team that's better than the record. They have talent, but they've let go of a lot of leads. And they're not a team that plays all four quarters. They may play 2 out of 4 quarters. They may play 3, but they can't play a whole 48 minutes, man. They can't. They don't have it in them. And they got to have a coach that if somebody's not doing the fundamentals and not playing defense and stuff like that, you gotta put them on the bench. Get somebody who will show some effort out there. And we gotta have that. We gotta have that. We have to. And we've let go of too many leads, way too many leads. And it doesn't make any sense to me. Like this team is going to be at the bottom, it seemed like probably for the next couple years, probably. We should be in the same way as Orlando and OKC and Houston's. There's no way we should still be at the bottom like this. There's no way. We shouldn't be in the same position as Washington and San Antonio. We should we're better than that. We got some good solid pieces here. We just can't come together. This team has to stay healthy. Cade can't stay healthy. Bogdanovich can't stay healthy. It's a lot of just you got Wiseman who has a history on not staying healthy. You had Livers, now he's gone. It's just letting go of Bagley. I think that's going to hurt him, and it has hurt them because Bagley has played well with the Wizards. I don't think Livers ain't really played that much. So it just seems like to me, this team need to figure out something. There's no way in the world that our G League team should have a better record and have better effort than this Piston team. You can see out there. I look at these games. I go to these games all the time. The effort is not there all game. You can see Cade out there tired. You see Killian out there that's disgruntled and his confidence is gone. You know what I'm saying? You see Ivy do that sometimes. Duran gets frustrated. Isaiah Stewart gets frustrated. And Monty gets frustrated with all the stuff that he goes through, in his personal life and this. And a lot of people have been saying this too, like, bro, it's like you can't this like we got to see what he does. Now, this wasn't my first choice to coach here. I was thinking, my choices was Kevin Ollie and and Udoka. Those were my choices. But you pretty much forced Monty to be here. But I mean, we'll see what he does next year. You know what I'm saying? But when you see coaches like Adrian Griffin gone and Monty still there, you kind of question yourself like, damn, how is a guy that got one of the best records in the league gone? But it's a circus over there in Milwaukee, man. Now they got an issue with Doc Rivers. Like, come on, man. Like it's just and Giannis is over here pouting, man. It's like I don't get that. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know what's up with this organization. But in my opinion, I think they're gonna trade Bobby Portis, man. If I'm Bobby Portis, I'm like, man, I don't want to be part of this damn train wreck. It's too much. It's too much. And it's just, to me, it's crazy. This trade deadline, man, it's going to be interesting. I know it's Thursday, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see what teams do. Zach LaVine is definitely out of the picture because he's hurt. He's gone for the rest of the year. You just never know. I've heard trade. You hear all these trade talks. It's going to be interesting to see what the Pistons do, or who they're going to give up and what they're going to get in return. It's going to be a very, very interesting to see what they do. But it's going to be something else with it. Now, another thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about the injuries that's been happening all year, and then this whole thing of you only can get in awards if you play at least 65 games. Now you got all these players that's like literally throwing hissy fits about the 65 game rule. And that just tells you how soft this league is. This league is soft, man. Remember, back in the day, man, they used to have guys that played at least 75, 78, 82 games. You're not going to have that now. You're not. You're not. You have a handful of guys that's going to play that many games. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these guys is taking time off. Load management. Load management has messed the NBA up completely. Those are one of the things that mess it up. And you hate to be a fan that traveled, or a team comes once a year, and then all of a sudden you find out that player is not playing, they on the bench. And you done paid your money, and then next thing you know, they're not playing. They're a late scratch. And it's just like that's messing the league up, man. Especially a national TV. I think maybe a week or two, people was expecting Embiid and Jokic. Embiid was a late scratch. Maxey didn't play. So it's like, but they was competitive still. But you just hate to go to these games and they just not playing. That's a waste of tough money, and it's making the league bad. It's just not. It's so bad right now, man. Like these games, it's games I've watched and I fell asleep. I have literally fell asleep because the NBA has been more boring this year than any year in the history of the NBA. In my lifetime. It's unbelievable, man. Like you can't even watch you can't even watch a game fully anymore because it's just boring, bro. A lot of these games are boring. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up, D? What's going on with you? But man, it's just games is boring, man. They boring. And it's like it's not competitive. There's no defenses. It seemed like every game it's like it's 110, 120 points. There's no defense. The league has taken away defense. It's just not there anymore. You see the Pistons score 100 points every game. Still can't figure a way to win. And it shouldn't be like that. They're trying to take defense away from the NBA. And that's just making the league even worse. People say that's why you got all these guys scoring 50, 60, 70 points. And they're not even winning the game. They're not even winning the game. And it's like, what's the point in this? Why am I watching this? It's unbelievable to me, man. It is just unfreaking believable. Tim, what's up, man? What's going on with you? Yeah, but the NBA is getting like it's a snore fest right now. It's not a lot like a lot of these games, and I go to damn near every Piston game but one game, and a lot of times, dog, I be falling asleep. I get bored. The entertainment kind of puts me to sleep because it's like a lot of entertainment the Pistons do. And much respect to the Extreme team and the cheerleaders and all the other stuff. But after a while, man, it gets boring. You about to fall asleep. You know, it's not cool. It's just not cool. And I be falling asleep so much to the point to where I be itching that I want to go home, but at the same time, I'm like, I didn't pay my money all season. So I'm gonna be here. Nah, I'll be here for the autographs and the pictures too. That's one of the main things. I still show up to games for autographs and pictures and stuff like that. And just watch basketball. He said I need to get out of there. I know that's right, man. I know that's right. Especially how much money my season ticket is, and it's a lot of money, a whole lot. So I have to do that because I can't sell them because don't nobody want to buy them, and I don't want to, and I can't give them away because don't nobody want to go to the game. So I gotta go. I have to go. I don't have a choice. I wish I could have sold some of these tickets when the season started, but hey, that's on me. But I'm a sports fan, so I love the entertainment. I love going to different sports. Basketball is my main sport. I love basketball. I like football as well. I love the Lions, man. I'm gonna do a video for the Lions as well too. And you know, it was the tough season for the Lions, but hey, people say they overachieve, say they underachieve, but they had a good season. Nobody expected them. A lot of people didn't expect them to go to the NFC Championship, let alone had a lead. So that was a blessing to see that. I'm so excited about this team next year. I'm excited. I'm excited about the Tigers. You know, next month or two, the Tiger season gonna start. You know, next month is gonna be the Michigan Panthers. I'm eager to see the Michigan Panthers play. I know me and Tim always talk about we mentioned the Michigan Panthers, so I'm eager to see that. And definitely shout out to the Tim Maniac Tim. Maniac Sports, man. Like and subscribe to his channel, man. He has a lot of good content. This is a guy who he knows his sports, he knows his history. So, and I'm a big fan of his channel. So definitely like and subscribe to Maniac Tim and Maniac Sports. Definitely show him some love, man. He gives us shout outs and we doing the same. So we want to see everybody succeed that's doing Michigan sports out here. Whatever your content is, it's all love. It's all love. So much respect to Tim, man. I respect that. You know, definitely respect. Definitely respect. I think we got somebody on the dolly.
What up,
Is
Bree?
that DC1 up in the building?
What up, Bree?
What up, though, pimpin'? What's going on with you, man?
Not much, man. Listen, I was just listening to you right quick. I'm about to pull up at the crib in a minute. Man, I
Yeah.
was just listening, man. I want to really go back to the NBA part right quick. I mean, well, I'll say this. I mean, it is what
Mm-hmm.
it is with the Pistons. It is what it is. It's the same stuff
Mm-hmm.
over and over and over. It's not gonna change this year.
Right.
We already know.
Right.
And where you go ahead and try to make the trade, in the trade deadline. I mean, we pretty much we know Killian's he's gonna be gone. We pretty much
Absolutely.
know he's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Um, but otherwise, I mean, even then, this whole season been a disaster. Um, like you said, people going to this game, and you believe it or not, I know you've been in a lot of games, but
Mm,
the crowd still show up. That's one thing. The crowd still
they
show
do.
up. Even you know, even despite the fact that our team is so bad, but the fans still show up. They still show love. But
Mm-hmm.
again, it's the same thing over again, man. When you don't play consistent defense, and when you turn the ball over, and you don't play with enough energy and effort, you're gonna lose ball games. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna lose ball games like
Mm-hmm.
that. You know,
Right.
and like you said, Bree, it's been too many times. It's like we are better talent wise. We are better than what our record is. We are better than what
Mm-hmm.
our record is. It's just you know guys are it's just guys out there. They get these hot starts in the first quarter, and then here comes the rest of the game. The lead is blown away already, and they can't recover. So
Right.
it's to the point, man, that you know it's what Monty Williams can do. What can he do? He can put people say, "Oh, Monty Williams, he should do better with this lineups." I mean, what do you else with Monty Williams do at this point? Monty Williams tried every lineup he could do, tried everything he could possibly have. He has to work what he has. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He, he,
Yes,
he,
sir.
he has to. It's just, and like you said, he going through stuff with his personal life, and it's just he going through a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it really, like I said, it starts on top. I don't care what Troy Weaver. To me, Troy Weaver has really has been behind the scenes way too much behind
Mm-hmm.
the scenes. He needs to come out and say something. He needs to come. You can't keep you cannot keep being around the bush and being cheap. You got to be a little aggressive.
Agree.
All this you want to hit
Mm-hmm.
this trays here, this little picks here. You gotta you. This is the time. You cannot sit up here and keep going this rebuild, and it's regressing. It's all it's doing is regressing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Right.
you can't do that. You you
No.
you can't. At some point, you have to make a move. That's if you want talented players come on your team. You got to win games. You got to
Mm-hmm.
show the effort winning games. Look at OKC. Look at Minnesota. Much as we talk bad about the Minnesota Baby Wolves, actually the Timberwolves. They're actually the Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Mm-hmm.
Sacramento. Even
Yeah.
though they've been up and down, look at Look at these other teams, young upcoming teams. Look at them.
Yeah, Orlando.
Orlando. I mean, and we're just, it's like we're regressing. We're regressing.
Yeah, yeah,
Not,
and just like I was saying, earlier in the video, it's like where you see OKC, where you see Orlando, where you see Houston.
yeah.
It's like we should be up there with them. Like we have that kind of talent. It's just they just haven't been used right.
Yeah.
And it's just
yeah.
Yeah. They just haven't been used right. And then it's just they played, it's the young teams are gonna have turnovers. That's how it is. Young teams do that.
Yeah.
But you have to have the right kind of veterans too. Like we don't have the right kind of veterans that's gonna teach these guys something.
Yep. I've been saying this for the longest. And this is the part I point to Troy Weaver. Because you keep bringing these veterans, it's not going to help this team, help this young team be successful. We got veterans that are just role player shooters. That's it. We don't have the veterans that's going to lead these young players. Example, we talk about the Miami Heat, the Heat culture.
Yep.
The Heat culture. That's a prime example of the Miami Heat. They got elite, they got veterans over there. Even you had fill it with some young guys in here and there. But guess what? They got leaders. They got experienced guys that know they roles, they've been there, that can teach these young guys to be successful.
Right.
We do not have, no disrespect to Alec Burks, no disrespect to Monte Morris, no disrespect to Gallinari and Muscala, but those are guys that are like role players that they've been in different teams. They role players. They're not leaders that can group this young team to be successful. They're not. Troy Weaver has to some point go have to. Well, you gonna have to even. I don't think it's gonna happen this trade deadline, but next year you're gonna have to get somebody to say, "Hey, let's take K's game to another level, take Ivy's game to another level, Jalen Duren to another game to another level."
Yeah.
Oh, Marvin.
That's real tough.
Yeah.
What's up, Marvin? What's up, fellas? Sorry I'm late. What's y'all wish list for the trade deadline?
It's not much it's not much of the Pistons really can do because the season is a lost season. And all this
it's over.
That was already thrown out the window anyway. So
right.
Before he got hurt. Yeah.
They just identity for next year. And it's just they just got to figure it out. Like what's in the trade deadline, what they can get, as long as they can get some equal value to who they trading or get a right veteran. But they just got to find the right mix. Like they got to find the right mix of veterans and young players. You got to find, just like you brought up, Heat culture. You got to have that. You got to have a Piston culture of having your own identity. We don't want to have. We don't want to be like another team and stuff. We got to have our own identity. Exactly. We got to have our own thing. Like we got to figure it out. And you brought up some good examples. Another one, your Clippers. Your Clippers. People was talking about, oh man, this James Harden. It ain't gonna work out. Ain't nobody saying that now. He has fit in to this team.
Yeah. And I'll say this, and I was talking to one of my coworkers.
Even though Russ had to take a back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just say this. I told one of my coworkers earlier. I say, listen, the difference with James Harden now was with this Clippers team. He doesn't have to carry the load like he used to when he was in Houston. When he went to Brooklyn, he has somewhat had to carry not as much like he did with Houston, but with the whole Kyrie situation, the vaccination situation, all that was a big turmoil, and they just guys could never stay healthy. It just didn't work out. They get to Philadelphia, it just didn't work out. They couldn't get past the second round. Fine, whatever. He wants out of there. He gets out of there. Now he's in a situation. Now he doesn't have to do everything. Ty Lue is put up in a situation that James Harden can be himself. He doesn't have to carry the team. He doesn't have to put a lot on his shoulders. When you got Kawhi and Paul George and Russ taking the back seat, decide, hey, to make this team be better, I'm going to come off the bench and start the second unit to bring this in. Let Terrence Mann be the starter. I want to be part of the guy, coming off the bench. That's sacrifice. That's sacrifice for your team. And Ty Lue, the way how he coaches this team, the way how he get these guys with young guys of Amir Coffee, with you know, bring in a veteran, Daniel Tice playing his role, Mason Plumlee playing his role, still got Zubac, you know, guys and Norman Powell's in the world playing their butts off. Clippers won 25 their last 30 games. And when I see with this, then I see with this Pistons team, is you see the potential. They just cannot. These young guys cannot sustain it to put it together. And this is the thing. What I said, you need that veteran leadership on that team. Troy Weaver has moves.
Yep.
And a lot of questionable moves. It's been a lot of questionable moves. You bring in, what is Joe Harris doing? Joe Harris, you traded for Joe Harris for picks, and he's barely even touched the court. Why is Joe Harris even on the team? Let him go.
Right.
What are we doing? And it just mind-boggling the moves they make. But then you traded Sadiq Bey. You traded Jeremy Grant. It was just like where we're going. You will say you were younger, but you need again veteran leadership that's been around. I would have been like, if you trade Killian to Charlotte, you bring in if you bring in a Kyle Lowry, even you don't play a whole bunch of he's coming off the bench, he's at least a veteran leader. And I'm just using that as an example because I don't think Kyle Lowry should be coming here. But if you have a Kyle Lowry who's to come as a Piston, he can help K Cunningham and an Ivy. Because that's a veteran leader. That's an NBA champion. He's been around the block.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Right.
These are veteran leaders that can help these young players be successful. Look at another team,
Yeah.
young team. Look at Utah. I know Utah's been up and down. They still got some young talent and they got some couple of veterans on there. Look at
Yep.
like we've been saying about OKC, we saying about Houston. Houston got Van Vliet and Dylan Brooks. With those guys, veterans, the playoff experience. And look, it's still a young talent of Jalen Green and Jabari Smith in the world. And, even A-Man Thompson's and, they still got a young team, Sengun, it, they got veterans in a young team, and it's still a young team. That's why Houston, even though they've been up and down,
Yeah.
they'll learn it,
Yeah.
but they playing better than what the Pistons are playing. Orlando with a young team there got better. Look at one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. They got better. OKC got better. They made moves. They got talent. Not saying we don't have talent. We just don't have the pieces, the veterans to help this young team. Troy Weaver
Right.
has to do better. This is too much going on. Not having this team, not you can't not having this team ready to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
We got so much talent.
Right.
Jalen Duran and Ivy and Cade and Stu and Asar, Sasser. And we should not be suffering like this. We should not.
Mm-hmm.
The guys are
I
trying to
agree.
they it's just I can see the Pistons are trying at most games. I see it as like they just give up, some games. And yeah, and I'm gonna close this out, Bree, before I'm gonna jump out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just go quickly on the NBA. Yeah, the NBA is soft. It's gonna continue to be soft, and the whole Giannis situation, and the Milwaukee Bucks. They not listening to Doc Rivers or whatever it is. Milwaukee, the organization is a hot mess. You gonna let go of coach? Then you hired him as a coach, Adrian Griffin. You get the second best record in the Eastern Conference, and you let him go. And you bring in Doc Rivers. You got people players got to buy into his system. That's gonna take
Mm-hmm.
some time. And on top of that, you know, Bobby Portis is frustrated. Come on, man. This Milwaukee Bucks team, they were supposed to be one of people still gonna want to be one of the favorites to come out the East, but again, you let go Budenholzer. Okay, yeah, because he lost in the first round to Miami, AC, which it is what it is. But you let him go. Then you turn around 90 half of the season. You let him go. You let Adrian Griffin go. But Milwaukee Bucks is a little disaster right now. I won't be surprised if when they get in the playoffs, they won't get past the second round. I won't be surprised. But this NBA is soft with this whole 65 game. It's it's soft. The NBA is soft. And I'm closing out on that. Breed, hold it down. I'm gonna be
For
listening.
sure.
And I'm saying everybody make sure. I know a lot of people ain't watching because it's real late. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe to D313XP. Follow us
Yes,
on
sir.
Instagram and Facebook, and hit that notification button on our YouTube channel. And we definitely gonna be being back and dropping some content. Be on the lookout for myself, Breed, and Nomis J holding it down. And also give a shout out to Dynasty Sports Network, man. Cass, King, Culture Boy Juan, Big Willie Styles, Big A, holding it down, and make sure we give also lifted up in prayers for Coach of Detroit from what had happened last week, man. Unfortunately, just some stupid fools out there decide to do stupid things to our store at Coach of Detroit. So
Yeah.
keep our guys lifted in prayers. Coach Boy Juan and all the guys out there. Stores will be back up and running very soon. Just keep them guys up in prayers to show them the support, man. So, live these crazy times. So,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man. Bree, hold it down, my brother. You got
Yes,
this.
sir.
I'll be on the listen out for you, brother, man.
For sure. For sure. Appreciate it, brother.
All right,
Appreciate it.
bro.
I'm gonna hold it down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, brother.
All right now.